Hey guys, this is Language Engineer. My name is Chris, and this is the second part of the discussion. Why do many people think that German is a difficult language? We start now.
Then let's move to the next part. And here is the pronunciation part. And I noticed that some of my students, and especially the Chinese students, they have so much difficulties to pronounce this sound. And let's first go through all the sounds here on the top, and you can pronounce after me. So the first one is uh, yeah, okay, you can make the sound. Then we have okay, good. And then we have uh, uh, u, u, eh, eh. And then the next one is it's like a snake is doing yes, right. And then we have so it's actually like you know the name Sasha, right? And we add after sh a T sound. So we don't pronounce the A, we say yeah, okay. And for everyone who has some problems to pronounce this, don't worry, it's totally normal. If you start a new language and your mouth and your throat and your muscles, they are not used to a sound, then it takes some time until you really pronounce this, even as a native speaker. And I remember I had some Chinese students, and in the very first class, they could not pronounce the R sound. But after 2 weeks of practicing, she pronounced it even as a German native speaker. So if she pronounced the German word with R or any other words, if she focused on it, I could not hear if she is a foreigner or not. So I think if you really pay attention to the pronunciation and you practice the sound, then you will make it. And for the first one, for R, I always say it is like you have some water in your mouth and you gurgle it. Like, let me do this and you will see what I mean. Oh, sorry. But you know what I mean. So you can take some water in your mouth and maybe a bit less water. I took too much. And then you will know which feeling I mean. So actually, when you take the water in your mouth and you vibrate it, so you gurgle, then you will have the sound for R. So this is exactly what you need to do. So you need to your throat needs to vibrate. And for the next sound, it's a bit similar to the R sound, but you have more breathing out of your mouth. So you're while you make the R sound, you're breathing out, and then you can make the sound. Okay. Then let's go through and let's pronounce the first 4 words in R. Rennen. Rennen. Okay, next one. Radeln. Radeln. Okay, good. Next one. Rudern. Rudern. Okay, next one. Raus. Raus. Okay, next we start with the next pronunciation. It's so we say machen. Machen. Okay, and one thing what I want to mention is that these are all German words, but for now, let's not focus on the meaning of the words. We only focus on the pronunciation. Okay, Kuchen. Kuchen.
Sorry again.
Kuchen. Okay, next one. Rachen.
Rachen.
Rachen. Okay, and the next very difficult one. Rauchen.
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 Yeah. So I think if you have problems with the r or with the ch sound, then you can pronounce the last two words because they have both. They have the r sound and they have the ch sound. So just as a practice later, if you're watching this video, just make a pause and pronounce it a few times. And then on the next day, you pronounce it again and practice it again. And then you will learn how fast you can do this sound. Okay, let's start with the next letter, Ö,
Ö.
and we say möchten,
Möchten.
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 Okay, next one, mögen,
Mögen.
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 Oh, wait.
Please don't say you didn't start recording.
No, I'm recording. This would be terrible. So, and then we could do everything again and you would master the German language.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue. Österreich.
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 Okay, next letter. Üben.
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 Müsli.
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 Okay, next word. Rücken.
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 Okay, next letter. Ärgern.
Ärgern.
Yeah, and this is the ä sound. And actually, in English, we already have the sound. It's like I am. So it's the ä sound. I am. It's ä. So English speakers should have no problem to pronounce that. Okay, let's start with the next word. Ähnlich.
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 Okay, then Äpfel.
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 Okay, next letter. It's the st sound. Stein.
Stein.
Very good. Stuhl.
Stuhl.
And Stahl.
Stahl.
Very good. So I can already see you actually have no big problems here. Maybe only the R sound a little bit, but everything else sounds very good. Okay, then the last letter is the S sound. So we say Straße.
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 Yes. So here it's a bit difficult because we have the st sound and we have the R. So this is also pronunciation practice, right? Okay,
Maybe
next
we can
word.
do this again.
Huh?
Maybe we can do this again. Straße.
Yeah, Straße.
Straße.
Yes. So first you can maybe say 2 times or 3 times st, st, st.
Schütte. Schütte.
Yeah, and then you say r, r, r. And then you combine it. Straße.
Straße.
Yes, very good. You see, you can do it. And if you practice that a few times, then you make it perfect. Okay, next word, bison.
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 Okay, then the last one, Spaß.
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 And here I forgot one pronunciation here. It's the sp sound.
Okay.
So it's so it's similar as before we have st, and here we have sp.
Sp.
Yeah, like Spaß.
Spaß.
Yeah. And then let's take another difficult one where we have the sp and r sound. Sprung.
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 Yeah. And maybe let's take one more. Rudeln.
Sprudeln. Sprudeln.
Yes. One more time.
Sprudeln.
Okay. Yes. Very good. And now we continue with the next part, why people think that the German language is so difficult. And maybe you can already see what I mean here. Super long words. I heard from so many
Exactly.
people that the German language has so long words.
It's
How
like
do
they
you think?
forget the putting a space between the words.
Yes, but I think, and here, I think it makes so much sense. And let me explain it. So um, let's analyze the first word, and then later you will understand why the German language has so long words. So actually, Geburt means birth. Okay, so it's one word. Then this part here, Tag, means day. And the next part is Karte, and this means card. So can you guess what this word means?
The the birthday greeting card.
Yes, right. It's birthday card, birthday greeting card.
Okay.
And I think in the English language it makes no sense, because why do they use 2 or 3 words for actually one word? So they are talking about birthday card, right? So it's one object. But in the German language, this makes sense because we are talking about one word, so we are using one word. So we put all the words together to make one word, right? And no, it doesn't matter if you didn't understand that or if the listener doesn't understand that. If we analyze the next word, then I think you will understand. The next word is der Autoschlüssel. And Auto means car. And Schlüssel means key. So can you guess what this word means?
Key of the car.
Yes, right. It's the car
The car
key.
key.
The key of the car. So again, I think in English it makes no sense, right? Why do they use 2 words, but it's actually one word? This is from, as a German thinker, I think that the German language makes sense. So this is, we are talking about one object. So in the German language, this is one word. So we say der Autoschlüssel. Maybe you
Yes.
can pronounce this, der Autoschlüssel.
Der Autoschlüssel.
Yes, very good. And when you see this, how do you think? Do you think this makes sense that we put the words together?
I think some things in the language make sense and some do not, but I just take it.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I'm flexible with the languages.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but when I think about that, when I compare, especially when I teach German, then I of course analyze it more, and I think this makes so much sense. And also the next word we have, Nacht means night,
Hmm.
and then the next one is Lampe. It's lamp. So I think you understand what it means.
Yep. Night lamp.
Yeah, it's a night lamp. So in German we say die Nachtlampe.
Die Nachtlampe.
Yes, die Nachtlampe. And then the next word, this is a tree. And this is a house. So maybe some people don't know what is a tree house, but when I was a teenager, I went out with my friends and we went to a forest and we used some wood and we stick it to the tree and we tried to build a house on the tree. And this is a tree house. And in Germany or in America, many people love to build their own tree houses. So this is in German one word again, because we are talking about one thing. So it's das Baumhaus.
Das Baumhaus.
Das Baumhaus.
Das Baumhaus.
Yes. And one more thing what I want to explain here is the gender. So you could maybe think, wow, I need to learn so many genders again. But actually, you don't need to remember so many. You just need to pay attention to the last word in the long word. And in the first part, we have Karte. And Karte is female. So we say die Karte. And when the last word is female, then the whole word becomes female. And the next part, it is the same. So, do you think you know which part is der? Or
The Schlüssel?
Yes, exactly. So now you already know that Schlüssel is der. If you know der Autoschlüssel, then you also know the gender for Schlüssel, because it is always the same. And the next one is the same. So we have Lampe.
Lampe.
So it is die Lampe, right? So the gender for the other, for the noun before, they have maybe a different gender, but this doesn't matter. Only the last gender is important. And for the last one, we have das Haus. So the whole word becomes das. So we say das Baumhaus. Do you think this is difficult?
I don't think it's difficult. For example, in Chinese, when we write a paragraph, we just keep writing the words. We don't even put a single space. So I think at least in German we have some spaces. So I think it's a little less complicated as compared to Chinese.
Yeah, you see.